Hey,
because he's the one who invited me here, as he always does. This is my second time. Hello?
Yes, 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 you're okay. We are hearing you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'll deliberate on some of the issues that I have had. I'm not so organized when it comes to the language of English, but I'll find my way, as I always do. Because this is an international platform, I think maybe we need to use the language which is audible by everyone around. Sometimes we have people from other countries who join us here, like last time when I was here. During that time, I talked about the regime, how it is stealing our resources. That very thing has continued. I think the last time I was here, it is like some 3 weeks back. But in that very period, 3 weeks, they have borrowed money. Parliament has passed the borrowing of money from Arab countries, like $400 million. Yesterday, they passed another borrowing of $190.9 million to pay Umeme. Umeme, which has been stealing from us all along. All those years, it has been stealing from us, and we are now paying it again to Icc, to buy out Umeme, 190. Sometimes, I'm not that much educated, but sometimes I feel like we have been let down by the elite. We have been let down, totally let down by you. Guys, I'm sorry. I will generalize because we all have to find ways of fighting. This is our country. If you see, you are an opposition leader. You are an opposition MP in parliament. How can you let them pass the borrowing of money today, tomorrow, in just weeks? They borrow millions, not just millions of dollars. That is a lot of money. Hundreds, not even tens, but hundreds of millions of dollars. They are killing us. And that money, it doesn't go to any to anyone to any organization in Uganda. It goes direct to the pockets of those ones who are helping the regime to thrive, to survive. Okay, if I might find a simplest word to use, being short of words. That issue is still eating me until now. I don't know how we can do it, but I always do ask you guys who have louder voices, which can be heard by the opposition leaders in Uganda, to call upon on them, to ask their MPs, please, to stop things like this to happen. If it happens, at least let them come out and they make something that will trigger some bit of information to ring around the country to show the people that this is happening.
Comrade, does you summarize, please?
I really had a lot of issues, but being short of words in English, that's why I move around, find my way.
You can actually do a mix of whichever language you prefer to speak. People here can interpret, but don't worry, we can organize and then next week you'll have a longer submission, but please do summarize. Thank you.
Okay. Kati ku nsonga eyo eyaba MPs mu butuufu etumalamu amaanyi nnyo ate era ne mbasaba nti mmwe abalina following ennene abalina eddoboozi eddene muliiseemu ligenda eriba leaders baffe basobole okwogera ne ba MPs baabwe babeere nga tebaleka bintu bwe bityo kuyitawo kuba oluusi bwe biyitawo bitulaganga fe abatalina presence yonna mu parliament. At least baveeyo bagende ku mulyango gwa parliament boogere ne bannamawulire babalage nti kino tetukikkiriza. Owulidde. Ekirala ensonga endala gye twogeddeko eya Ibrahim Traore era nayo nsuubira nti the leaders of the parties like Bobi Wine, our president, can pay a visit to Ibrahim Traore. He can pay him a visit and tell him exactly what is going on the ground. It is for us to call on the president to do that.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you. And so it is a collective effort. Let us not wait for His Excellence, Mr. Kyagulanyi, Bobi Wine, to speak for us. We, as Ugandans, have got the capacity. We can do. You send emails, put out tweets, speak the voice in this information. And that's why they're fighting. So let's continue to speak and think, and not think that it is somebody else to do the work, but rather we Ugandans have got to take charge and do what is necessary to save ourselves. Thank you. Thank you so much, comrade. I'm afraid everybody has 5 minutes. We will give you a longer, let's discuss. There's a message in your inbox. Comrade Godfrey, do come in. Then we'll have Ellen Prezo, Sister Demi. Yes, Comrade Godfrey, how are you? Sorry to keep you guys as well. Okay, you're still muted.
I'm unmuted.
How are you, brother?
I'm fine, Dorcas. How are you?
Surviving.
Yeah, although I think there were some people who raised their hands before me, I think.
I didn't take note. Go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Okay, I won't be long. I'll be to the point. Yeah, I've heard the submissions for the previous two gentlemen. Now, I'm more concerned about MPs from the northern areas who tend to come from the opposition and they end up with NRM. Yeah? Now, I'm of the view that there's no one intelligent in the NRMs, yeah? Because you can't defend the abuse of human rights and you call yourself an intelligent person. Now, as for our MP-elect, I think the party is taking the right actions, yeah? Let them expose themselves, be patient, yeah? Then after that, I mean, I'm of the view by next week, if they haven't gazetted them, then people should go on the streets or should go to the EC and demand that their man be gazetted, because you've got a so-called judge, a former judge, yeah, who seems to think he's intelligent, yeah, and he comes out with a statement which even a standard 5 child would not come out with such a stupid statement, yeah. I mean, we are in a problem where we need to be more angry, yeah, about these kind of people, yeah. Yes, we can attack them on social media, but we need to attack them on the ground, yeah? Or at least we go on the protests and expose them. Because this is unacceptable for someone so-called land person who doesn't know Or I'm assuming he knows the Constitution, he knows how Parliament works and the elections, and who pretend to be stupid because he's within a captured environment. Yeah. If you think you can't perform your civic duty as a civil servant, yeah, well, why not quit? Yeah. In most civilized countries, people would quit for that. Yeah. And I have no kind words for them. And I want to mourn if anything does happen along the way. It's very ridiculous. I had another point which I've forgotten, but I'll come back later. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, comrade. I think sometimes humor works. Maybe we should all bombard this guy's Twitter handle or wherever he communicated this and ask how much do you need, you know. Sometimes we've got to really find ways of dealing with this situation, you know. When we started the Zoom, I did play a clip on how much, I think it was Honorable Semoju, who was giving a detail of how much he spent at State House. So now, and here we are reading this tweet. They do not have money, nope, should, you know. So basically they failed. Let them just surrender and the right person take charge. And that's, of course, we know is Mr. Kyagulanyi. They failed. Let them surrender. They're unable to do anything. Yes, guys, we'll be closing soon, but of course, we'll be taking the hands that we've got. Ellen Prezo, shall I take Sister Demi first? Because guys, I've not been watching the order.
Yeah, that's okay. Sister Demi can take on and come later.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, Sister Demi, good to see you. How are you?
Yeah, don't put on the video, please.
Okay, then.
Don't put on the video, please. Anyway, thank you, Ellen Prezo. Thank you. Ellen Prezo, I want to see your face. I've never seen your face, but I saw it somewhere. Well, good. Point number one. By-election. And point number one on that, I've got no doubt that Narukola will be sworn in. But number two, there is a question. Are we prepared to go to the general election? Can we manage? We had one constituency. Can we manage 529 constituency? And the question number three, are we organized? I leave it to you guys. For me, everybody, you know my opinion. You don't want to hear that, but that is what I am. Point number two is about the previous caller who said something to do with the supplementary budget. Let me tell you something. Doc, as you just said, we bombard. I got that document. It is 46 pages. In details, how they are going to borrow that money, how they have allocated that money. If you are going to bombardment them, you should come on my X page and just retweet. As simple as that. But however, let me go into details, what the gentleman said. That money, when I start with our MPs, they lack depth of what to understand all these whatever. They are in a new land. It's not about that it is Museveni, but it's about, do you understand the supplementary budget, what it stands for? Do you understand how much money they borrowed? I reached on another page where they said, where is the money going to come from? And the answer, we are going to borrow that money from abroad. The question from alternative budget, alternative side, they should ask, how are we going to repay this money? Because definitely Uganda doesn't have that much. We only have 17 trillion. We have a debt of about 103 trillion or billion. we are in debt, big debt. How are we going to repay? So back to the MPs. I'm very disappointed. As always, I'm very disappointed. The financial committee has got 59 members of MP who sit there. Only 7 who signed that document, and I posted those signatures. So you have to ask yourself, why didn't other people sign? This is what I've been telling you all along. I posted last year when they went for the pre-budget. No one answered. Our MPs, they come in at the last moment. Oh, you are taking too much money. You have given too much money. They visited at Yak factory, was allocated money. And guess what? As soon as it was given money, it was on fire. No MP is making noise, is saying something about that. Why would you give this factory a lot of money and 2 days is set on fire? They went to Untungam and then they allocated money to that factory. No one is asking questions. So come on, if I'm the MP, we have to look at so many ways. Legal avenue. You go to the Constitution, Article 99, which talks about the presidential or executive power which was given to him. So you go to the article and seek a way to reduce that power from him. At least you are doing something about it. And the second, I've spoken to MPs eye to eye who work on those financial committees. I said to them, have you ever heard something about whistleblower? Have you ever heard something to leak information? And I was told on blank eyes, oh, please, we can't. But this is how MPs on opposition work, not in Uganda. Leak that information somewhere, just like you saw we had the parliamentary exhibition. Message or information was leaked from Taebwa office. It went somewhere and then it went to Agatha and Jim Spire. So why aren't our MPs doing that, for goodness? This money they borrow is supplementary. Museveni is having 2.8 billion per day. Goodness me, 2 people. Whereas education and health were allocated peanuts. Can't you tell me MPs, they cannot argue that? Why would you have this money a day when the whole country you are allocating this? Come on, the page is 46. I went on my ex, I went on Semuju and asked him, he's our shadow minister, financial minister. I said to him, why didn't you post this document on your page? Because opposition, we are having 8 million per day through the office of the leader of opposition. So that money should be used to pay people. If Semuju doesn't understand it, Secretary PA, and post this on X platform. But do you know where I got this? I got it from Parliamentary Watch. Why should I have to go there when we have opposition? So what are they hiding? I think we have to play this politics, but the main thing, we are going to borrow from abroad, and how are we going to repay that money when we can't pay what we have? Another 4 point. Number 4, I call it torment. Dr. James, you've been on the platform I've been to this morning with the Isaac Samakade. I realized what I said to you people, that we need a ring leader who is going to lead and get this Museveni, who is going to lead civil disobedience and get this Museveni out. So people, you don't understand it. It's not undermining the political leaders, but a ring leader is different. Because I listened to Sen Makade, he was moaning all the time, moaning, insulting, vulgar language. I don't have any problem with that. If that takes our way, I really appreciate him. When you see Besigye, there was a time Besigye case was on fire, and now it has died out. It is denial him bail after bail after Denial, no. Eronikiza, no. And then we had Kawempe. All this people excitement, hysteria. And now they take us to this Kaguri court and that NRM is going to appeal. The man has not been sworn in. Let me babble the bust for you. I know you want to like it, but it's a fact. Nalukola was the lead counsel who signed an agreement with the DP and the NRM. If Museveni ngalina akantu kakwatako, no takasesema. I'm telling you, Nalukola will be sworn in, but at one point he's going to come and declare that he is still our counsel, legal. So Nalukola at one time ajakasesema agambe I'm no longer the lead counsel for that marriage between DP and the NRM. I'm sorry, people, you might not understand it. For me, I understand the politics so differently. So when I'm sharing this information from the budget, just retreat it. If you don't want, it's up to you. But we are doing our job. Everybody is doing. It's a 46 page. Go and see in detail. Go and see those MPs who did not sign. Prior to Kawempe, alternative, they had that financial preliminary stages. Why are they making us think, oh, it's just come to them? It's not fair on anybody. What are they doing? There are so many ways you can argue and take these things away from Museveni, but they just let Museveni. Now budget, the money is gone, and we are borrowing, and now everything. Why? My God, no. I better stop. Let me wait for Ellen Prezo. But I want to say this. I'm saying this in the best spirit. I must sound angry. Yes, I am. I'm very frustrated. But I'm saying it is in the best interest that alternative, if we pick up these few points we are making, they can make our side better. We can fight this man.
Thank you so much, Sis, for your passionate as trying to get the tweet. Could you pin something in the chat? Share so that people can go to your page, and guys, follow, like, retweet, and you can reply first, then retweet to
Docas, everybody knows my platform. I've had people coming to tell me whatever, but I don't care. Everybody knows, but those who want, they will visit and
Docas, it's my turn now.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Can you confirm that I'm heard?
Very loud and clear. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone who's on this call. And I've had a couple of submissions. From the onset, I want to correct my sister. Under the law, Nalukola cannot be a member to more than one party. Nalukola is not a legal advisor to DP. Nalukola never signed any document. The memorandum of understanding between Mao and Seranda with Museveni. You can take this to the bank, but if you have evidence to what you're saying, please feel free to share with us, and then I can retract my statement if you give me that evidence. But Nalukola cannot belong to two parties, political parties, or any other person. The moment you subscribe or become a member to a political party, you cease to be a member to another political party, whether you've returned a membership card or not. So we cannot use these platforms to malign people's images or people because of what we had in the corridors. We must share information with evidence that people can really find the source and they find what you're talking about. So we should not use these platforms to malign. You might not have any interest in the person of Nalukola, but let's not malign people's images or personality. Having said that, this tweet that I'm seeing on the Kampala Journal, we shouldn't share whatever we see on the social media. It's not the platform where we can rely to get the information. If that statement was from the National Unity platform, I would take it. But as long as we're reading it from these Kampala journals, we don't know what they wanted to achieve. I may not like the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, but as long as I've not had any statement from him demanding money from the National Unity platform to gazette, the Electoral Commission does not require any fee to gazette a member of parliament, because that is a national gazette, and the Electoral Commission is mandated to do that work once an election is concluded. We cannot read too much into why Nalcola has been delayed. We all know the regime that we are dealing with. However, the Electoral Commission still has time until Monday next week as the deadline, because the law gives the Electoral Commission up to Monday. If by Monday Nalcola is not gazetted, then Nalcola, as the candidate or the elected member of parliament of that constituency, have a right to go and seek for legal redress from the courts of law. So we cannot read too much into that. And I think the National Unity platform has able lawyers to really find ways on how Nalcola is going to be gazetted and sworn in parliament. The Electoral Commission can do it dull to buy more time. NRM cannot sue until Nalcola is gazetted and sworn in as a member of parliament. So we still have hope. We fought the largest battle during the elections, because the Kawempe North elections was not like a normal election. We all witnessed what happened there. Whatever happened there was ugly, was the worst process that we've ever seen, electoral process that we've ever seen in Uganda. So, but that is a precursor to what is going to happen in 2026. However, I'm not one of the Ugandans who think that because we have experienced that violence in a by-election in Kawempe North, then we should boycott the 2026 elections. No. The Bagandas have a saying that Bobo werekera omulimba oyino muwerekera mpaka ku mulyango. We're going to push this regime using legal and every right that we have within the constitution, however mutilated it is, until we get what we want. This is a revolution. We're not in a democracy. It's a revolution. All those wins that we get from elections organized by our oppressors, it does not necessarily mean that we have a democracy. We are in a revolution. And in a revolution, we want to make sure that we organize ourselves and we set up a strong army that is going to help us fight on all fronts. And the House, the August House, the Parliament is one of the fronts that we intend to use and we have been using. So we're still going to use everything within our powers legally to make sure that, one, we expose, and then we remove the dictator, the tyrant that has mismanaged our government or our country for the last 39 years. The other thing that I need to really make all the listeners aware, as we seek for accountability from the members of parliament. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself to only people that subscribe to the opposition, because your taxes are being spent on all the 555 members of parliament. So as you ask, there's a gentleman from Busia and elsewhere, as you ask for the opposition MPs to stand in solidarity to stop the supplementary budgets and all other budgets that are unnecessary and not progressive to help Ugandans. The oppositions, as I conclude, Dorcas,
Yes.
the opposition members, however much they would want to stand and stop that nonsense, the passing of unnecessary budgets, they don't have the numbers. So, as Ugandans, we must make sure that if you want MPs to put that strong fight, we must give them the power that they need by increasing on the number that we want in parliament. When you look at the representative, the MPs in Busia, where that gentleman is coming from, he's speaking Rubicha. He's speaking things against the opposition. So, as Ugandans, we have a duty to always not leave matters of national importance to politicians or members of parliament. We have a duty to play a role by seeking accountability from all members of parliament, because they take our taxes. If we keep waiting and asking Robert Kyagulanyi, the National Platform, and other few opposition members of parliament, then we still have really a long way to go. Having said that, let's keep demanding for the rights and freedoms. Let's fight and play all our roles, do our duties in whichever capability that we have to make sure that we remove the dictator. But as long as the dictator is still there, still have the numbers of MPs in parliament, everything is going to be passed and we come on the street to make noise or cry out. Let's do what you're supposed to do. For us to have that change that we need, we must do things that we've not done before. May God bless you all.
God bless you too. Thank you so much, Ellen Prezo. Thank you. Guys, we're drawing to a close. We'll just give Ben and Comrade Moki a few minutes and then take closing remarks, 1 minute each. Super Don, Sister Percy, you didn't speak, Seguia, and Demi, a minute each. Let's take Comrade Ben. Are you still with us? Sorry to keep you waiting. Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you, Comrade Dorcas?
Good, good. What's on your mind today? Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Comrade Dorcas, for organizing meetings every Saturday. Thank you so much. And all comrades who have participated every weekend, thank you so much for sacrificing your time and discuss matters concerning our country. I don't know whether my brother from Chitubumo is still on, but I wanted to give him some small information, but I don't know. I see he has left, but let me hope that next time he will be in the meeting and we discuss some issue about Northern Uganda. My concern is about the President speak recently. President gave us a good speech that we should build a galley. I don't know whether all of us, we understand the President's message to us, but what the President wanted us to understand is that we have to be ready to take over the power. Museveni will not give us power anyhow. that will come and say, "Yeah, now I'm tired, take the power." We need to take the resistance. We need to resist whether we want power. So we have to build a gaali. Tulina okukola egaali bwe tuba bakutwala buyinza. Museveni will not come out and say, "Hey, you know, I've failed." Now you see they are preparing the son, Moz, to take over the power. If Ugandans, we are sleeping. So in 2021, we are not organized. But I think now we are a bit organized. So we need to be more organized to take over power, whether we like it or not. This is our time, Ugandans. I will not fear to tell you where I stay. I'm in Kenya. I'm the chairman of a National Unity Platform. I'm in good relations with the Genesis of Kenya. They are ready to help us. But are we ready to take over the responsibility of our country as Ugandans? So we need to be more organized this time. 26, we should not miss this chance. So I will not have much to say.
Thank you so much, brother. Yes, we organized. We must be organized, orderly, and ready. You know, the spark is already there. It's every day there's a spark, but why are we folding our hands? Thank you so much, Comrade Moke, and then SS. Then we'll start taking closing remarks. Please be brief. I can't give you 5 minutes because the Zoom technically closes. It has closed, but we will let you speak. Yes, Brother Moke.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear from you. It has been a while due to the busy schedules, searching here and there, but I'm glad we're all alive. That's the greatest gift we have. My main point is just as much as you know that we're dealing with a gorilla, or we are dealing with Uganda is not a democracy. We should identify occasions that have occurred just of recent. Not to forget the recent death at the school of Jesse Muyingo. Being a minister, there was no legal act or there was no action taken. But immediately as the girl died in the club was closed. So we should identify those people. We know their weak points. Maybe that's where we should touch biggest. We should, just as much as we're building a gallery, we should use also, so as Mr. Lumbuye's point of tubalabise nida tubanike. When we identify them, just as Damulira was done, Naroiso was done, these people come out and and make noise. So let's identify these people and let us maybe give information of their families, their children. I know that's our weakest point to them. That's our way of tactic to fight against a dictatorship and a non-democratic government in a people power way. People power, our power. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Comrade SS David, do come in. Greetings, brother. You keep cutting or you muted again? Please.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can. How are you today?
I'm doing well. And everyone who is here, I would like to thank each and everybody who spares time to be on this call. My point would be on the visiting of Traore. We may take it lightly, but he is of a big significance on our revolution. I remember last time we tweeted, is it DJ who was coming in Kampala? DJ, I remember that guy. Who can remind me?
Ali.
Who was coming in Kampala?
Yeah.
Yes. But virtually, we managed to fail him to come in Kampala. So I would request ourselves kindly to do the same thing which we did last time, and we stopped Traore to come in Uganda, because now psychologically they want to play on our minds, and they try to give us an idea that a militant can lead this country, and they are trying to connect him to the son of the president. So I would request you kindly, we had the other group which was responsible for tweeting. It was led by Comrade Joseph. So let us think about this before it's too late. We find their Twitter handles or the connection on social media, how we can reach them, and we get the placard such that he can get information what is boiling in Uganda, that Ugandans would not allow, would not wish him to visit Uganda in this state of politics which we are going through right now. So that would be my submission on Traore regarding with the state of situation, and to grab each and every opportunity for the dictator to give him energy and strength to postpone his fall. Thank you so much. I just wanted to submit on that point of Traore.
Thank you so much.
Because it's of a very big significance in Africa. Now, right now, for the younger leaders, is the person who everyone is now focusing and trying to see what he's doing, what are the alliances he's trying to make. So when he comes in Uganda at this point, it implies that he's trying to make an alliance to the dictator, which gives him a mileage of which we may not want to see. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's have Sister Proceed, do come in. Guys, we are now going to be speaking for seconds. If you can speak under 60 seconds, please do so. If you can speak for 60 seconds, and then we'll be closing in about less than 10 minutes. Yes, Seguya, you have the mic for seconds. Your last closing remarks. Okay, Sister Proceed. Oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you, Madam D. I wanted to add on the message for our brother in Kitugum, that in northern Uganda there is Dr. Anyam. He always puts up spaces on Twitter, and actually last weekend they had a space, so he can join up with him. For the people at the offices being like they speak in Luganda all the time, most of the people in our struggle, most of them are uneducated, and those are the guys who are putting up their bodies to fight for this struggle all the time. So that is all that I can give him. But I and others, we are fighting to put up structures in all the places in the country. Western Uganda is already doing well. Eastern Uganda is also. We need Northern Uganda to do the same.
Thank you. Thank you so much, brother. Yes, some of the information we prefer to leave it out. So thank you. Thank you so much. Comrade Godfrey, please do come in.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dorcas. Just a bit of warning regarding praising this Traore man. See, there's politics behind him, and where he's been used by the two countries, Russia and China. Remember, there's this BRICS, yeah? And I'm not a great fan of military coups, and that's where dictatorships start, because they start off with all singing, all dancing policies, and then a few years down the line, they become like the man who is torturing us at the moment. Yeah? So I give him a benefit of the doubt, but keep an eye out. But all the same, we should give him the treatment if he's gonna indeed come to Uganda or consider coming to Uganda. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you so for that. Yes, we've got Super Don, then Sister Demi, Mimi, Super Don, Mr. Kato, Super Don, or Sister Demi. Guys, yes, Super Don. Hold on, Demi.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and I also take this chance to thank everyone on this platform for your time, resilience on the struggle. But as I conclude, I'll only just make a remark on one of the comrades from Chitugum. I know just the past speaker just spoke about it, has spoken about it, like about the language. When he came to the headquarters and most of the foot soldiers were using Luganda instead of English. What I know, I'm sure of, if you go there and you went to the secretariat, talk to most of the officials, they will use English. But most of the foot soldiers around, remember this, the headquarters is in Central. It would be the same if the headquarters were in, for example, in Chitugum. If I came there, you'll find the majority of the people there will speak the language I may not understand. So just for him to understand that you should not take it too personal, just to understand, like most of them in Central, they speak Luganda and they can't speak that much English. They are not so comfortable with it. Just for him not to take it personal. Thank you so much, and a great weekend to you, comrades, as we struggle to liberate our.
Thank you. Sister Demi, we cannot, first of all, Sister Demi, we cannot find your Twitter wound. I need to share. That is one thing. We cannot find your Twitter. Nothing is coming up. Anyway, the last thing is that in the new Uganda, tuyina okudamu rebuilding amaje. When I was growing up, I'm not so old at Silimuto. I'm not in the younger generation. You would never see army on the streets of Uganda. Never. Never. Abantu ababeranga kugundiye police. Okitegera. Now, one thing even around the world, the army is supposed to protect the citizens. Baino kuvayunga entalo zidwe zidi. Kakati, many times we have this mentality of thinking, now they will join us, but we need to build an army that has omutima ogwagala ensi n'okugiprotecting. Abantu bayingiranga army nga bayina ekyo nti nina okuprotecting ensi n'abantu baayo. This army does not have that. They are just protecting the interests of those people to maintain them in power. Kakati, you can never, ever, ever think that anything good can come out of these people. And you can never take over this country. Protecting your success, you need to protect the country, you need to protect the constitution, and you need to protect the citizens. Kati, those 5 gundi twerimba. And we need to make sure that we protect ourselves as Ugandans. That is the essence of an army. Army. If you look at Towore, Towore, yes, he's a military man. Now he's a different military man. You cannot compare to these military people in our country. There's a difference. Okay, he's coordinating with Russia and whatever. Now, at least there's a difference.
Thank you,
But we need that kind of army back in the country that protects us as citizens and the country. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. Yeah, and guys, just prepare your placards. If the guy decides to come, we have placards, we have messages to welcome him in style, talking on abductions, the poor services, everything. So whichever, if it's plan A or B, yeah, let's conclude, guys. We need to close. Comrade, Sister Demi, Mr. Kato, a minute, let me close. Sister Demi, do come in.
Okay, I'm very touched and worried by the submission of Comrade Ika. Indeed, these people, they start as angels and then they start then they start like, they end up like M7. I'm very worried because that is based on example, is true. It's very true. Magufuli started so well where it ended. Museveni fundamental change, there is no fundamental change. Second point, comrade, attention to tarnish somebody's name. I heard this 2 weeks ago. The video is there. When I have time, I'll upload it one time and give it to Dorcas. Mao said that he's still there, legal what? Legal whatever council. And then number 3, it's me, I've always treated to Kagabo MP, all these MP who live Nope, that they should hand back the card based on our constitution, Article 81. But as we speak, Kagabo officially is the NUP, but he now is campaigning on NRM and the PLU. So such things in Uganda, they happen. Last point, we have to embark on the word civil education. People, we need to understand the process, how things they happen, where you go, what you do. Civil education is so important. It's not a big subject, but what I can recommend, I think we need somebody to start something to do with the volunteer. That people, they start up with the volunteer. They are not working for anything because the election is coming. People, they are gearing up. Phone, we need video, we need vehicle, but in the end of the day, it might not be productive. Have a lovely weekend, and we catch up next Saturday.
Thank you, you too. Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Kato, thank you. Then we'll have Proscovia and close. Thank you.
Yes, Madam Mrs. Mimi, whatever. Sorry, I don't know.
Mimi, yeah.
Sorry. There's I live nearby Santa Stia. You come and join so that we build Maje. So but otherwise, for God in my country. That's all I can conclude with.
Thank you guys. Build Maje. Yes, Sister Prosi, please come in, then we close. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for all those who have presented. Comrade Heroic, thank you for the great submission. If we have had, let's put everything into consideration. It is not 2026, but it is 2025 because that is where the so-called elections, if it is to take place, is going to start from. Yes, the gentleman from Arua, we have often talked about this, and everybody is concerned, everybody is responsible, and that's why we are here. Too, if the gentleman, the Burkina Faso president is coming, let's not forget to tell him poison is waiting for him, because Museveni does not want to hear any African president being praised other than him. So if he's coming at his own risk. But since we have known the information, let's try to tell them, if he can cancel, let it be, because there's no way Museveni and Mohoza and the Burkina Faso president meet and expect that guy to remain in power. Thank everybody. The information has been so grateful. Comrade Heroic, thank you so much. We said this over and over and over and over again. If the dictator is not seated, why are we seated and why are we sleeping? Have a good weekend. Let the struggle begin now. Thank you, comrades.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is our duty to continue exposing. If this guy decides to go ahead, let us be ready. And also, let's keep action alive. It is your duty, ladies and gentlemen, to take action today, right now, Sister Percy says, and I second her. So let us rise up, speak up, do whatever it is that we must do to be free. Right, we'll unmute everybody. Guys, save the link for next Saturday, because this link is not changing, and save the time, 2 p.m. UK time. Just convert that to your local time. For those with changing times, do save 2 p.m. UK time and convert that to your local time. Let's unmute everybody and see whether you guys have been awake and attentive.
Okay. Yebyo. Zukuka, wake up. Buli munnayuganda woli, yesawa kyekiseera kekadde ketulinayo, tewali kadde kalala. Singa tufiirwa omukisa guno tulinenya ffekka. Twali mulala gwe tulinenya. Tugamba nga Kyagulanyi yatuyiye Kyagulanyi yalemereddwa gwoba olemereddwa kubanga oganye okukola ekimala kubanga omusajja agambye nti mukole gaali ezinalwanirira obuwanguzi bwaffe ezinabanja akaluluko ezinalwanirira akaluluko notakola gaali notafuna abo banywanyi bo bakinywibo bwe munasimba nakakongo ne mugamba nedda ssebo ono tulonze bwe tuti era akalulu kali bwe kati tubanja ono ye mukulembeze waffe gwe tulonze tudde akalulu kaffe nga mugenda kubire kambuka tujja genda tulonde tudde waffe tuli amaleewa kole ebyaffe muganda wange wenenyanga wokka ng'ekintu kiganye obuvunanyizibwa bwaffe okutereeza ensi eno tolumala jja gitutereeza okuggyako ffe ffennyini abaana bawala